Incessant Bill is the title of my short film that will run 15 to 20 minutes in length. I have arranged the filming to take place in April 2013 in a small Staffordshire village called Alton, and we have proposed that the shoot will take 3 to 4 days. The genre? A satirical dark comedy. The inspiration for my film came from in-depth research into the Prohibition era, and in particular, a true story that interested and intrigued me. It all began with a man named Mike Malloy, who was later dubbed for his stubbornness not to die. He was a drunk and a nobody who wouldn't be missed. 4 men, called the Murder Trust, teamed up to kill Mike and claimed several insurance policies that they took out in his name. All they had to do is kill him and make it look like an accident. Mike withstood a month of binging night after night, but after a while of not dying, the trust decided to add terps and antifreeze to his drinks, but still he would not die. After that, rat poison, thumbtacks and bleach. Still, Mike Malloy would not die. When he passed out, he was stripped, covered in freezing water and left in the snow overnight. Still, he would not die. He was even run over by a car, but night after night, Mike would return to claim his free alcohol. His stubbornness and stupidity shows that a film like this is viable. Even the truest stories are that you would think of fiction. The story of Mike Malloy was just a start into my research for my final project. The next stop was to decide the style for my film. The film style will be similar to that of Boardwalk Empire and will have the tone similar to that of Guy Ritchie films like Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch. The cinematography of Boardwalk Empire is something I feel will really embrace my film, as it is set during the Prohibition era, and alcohol and deceit are prominent factors within its subject matter, which has strong comparisons with my own film. The early Guy Ritchie films are very orientated around Britain, and strongly hint towards that idea. I would like my characters to have that same British vibe to them, with their own idiosyncrasies, such as the way they talk and go about doing things, which would not ordinarily be the norm, and they are very likeable. For my film, I will be shooting on the Blackmagic cinema camera. I have chosen this camera because it shoots in 2.5K. It has 13 stops of dynamic range compared to 10 of the 5D, which I intend to use to its fullest with both internal and external shots. The camera hasn't been on the market for very long, so will be one of the first films to shot in this camera, which people will want to see, even if it's just for how the BMC looks. This is one of the film's unique selling points. We managed to get in contact of a friend who ran a pub which is now empty. The pub is called The Talbot in Alton, Staffordshire. I was in Alton last summer and the location looks perfect for how I want the film to look and feel. It would not cost us to film there, as the pub won't have to be closed. It is a nice part of the country, in the countryside with a stream and woods. It is a quiet village where filming would prove little or no problem. Accommodation would be taken care of with a cottage within close proximity of potential filming externally and internally. My role shall be director and producer. As the producer, I shall be taking on the role of logistics and work closely with the whole crew. As the director, I shall be looking at how the film can become fluid to the best the film can be, by working closely with the actors and the DOP. I shall shortly be posting up actor roles for this film, using various casting websites such as Casting Call Pro, Casting Network, etc. I have chosen to pay the actors £100 each and cover their expenses. I have chosen this as there are a lot of actors looking for work, and by offering a wage, it should give us an opportunity to get the very best actors we can get. Every actor shall be paid the same, as all roles are equally important in the success of this film. This film looks into the issues of pubs closing down at an alarming rate. 12 pubs a week in the UK close, and almost 9,000 alcohol-related deaths are in the UK every year. This film combines both issues into one, in its own quirky nature. It shows people's struggle during this economical climate and how they go about tackling them. It also goes on to saying, one man's loss is another man's gain. The sound of the film. The sound will be handled by a professional sound engineer, who I have already got on board. This will enable the audio to be as clear as possible for both the talking and the sound effects aspect of the film. So he'll be working in production as well as post-production. The music of the film will be similar to that you hear now, and I am looking into getting the soundtrack sorted. The quirkiness mixed with the seriousness of the music is something that relates to the film. I am currently in the process of finalising my script, but here is an example of one of the interior scenes that will be filmed inside the Tollbird. This part attempts to introduce the characters and has an emphasis on the comic side of the story. In addition to script writing, I have also been working on character profiles, which have clarified the types of characters I will be needing to fulfill the roles. I have been researching the possibilities of distributing my film, and I have been focusing on the film festivals. As I am going to Berlin next month for the film festival there, I have decided that this is something that hugely interests me. I have decided that Incessant Bill will sit nicely at film festivals, and the ones I have decided to research further are Aesthetica Short Film Festival, Colchester Film Festival, Bang Short Film Festival in Nottingham, Screen Stockport and Bath Film Festival. I have produced a calendar of events to ensure that I meet my deadlines throughout the production process. You can see that I have highlighted the importance of both pre-production, production and post-production tasks. In conclusion, I feel that my short film will sit in a unique place in the media world, having been influenced by a true story, but also including dark comedy, iconic filming styles and original directing.